What's good, my YouTube people? So stoked. Just secured the bag, as they say. Man, God is so good. He is so good. Just had a meeting with a local store manager here in my area. Um, Connected with him regarding hopefully being able to order food in bulk for our care centers. We have 4 locations for our 4 churches. Just basically being able to provide food for the less fortunate and the soon to be less fortunate, which is, like I said, a total godsend. Found this store, just walked in. That he was actually talking to somebody, a customer at the time, and I was like, "Oh, I talk to this guy. I have a quick question. We're actually looking for plastic grocery bags in bulk, where we can put the groceries in. The paper bags that we had, just you don't want them to tear. We're doing a lot of canned goods, and these bags were perfect, the perfect size, perfect amount of food. They were sturdy, so I went on a hunt looking for these bags. Other people had been looking, sold out, just with the whole onset and the whole panic shopping. I mean, people were just buying all the inventory up. They didn't have any in certain locations, but I figured, what the heck, never hurts to ask. It's so funny, and it's so true. It never hurts to ask. What's the worst that can happen? Yes, no, but so many people, even myself included, back when I was younger, I think, we all fear rejection, right? But, it's like, now it's like, I don't even care. Just give me a yes or a no. Don't, tiptoe around the tulips. Like, I have a question, and this is it, So it's just like, I don't like to pity patty anymore about anything. Just, if I get a yes, awesome. If I get a no, all right, move along to the next. And that's a valuable lesson when it comes to anything and everything. So keep that in mind. But so I asked him, like, hey man, looking for some plastic bags. I walked over by their cash registers, and I didn't see any. So I was like, hey bro, we're looking for these bags. Do you have any? Because actually we do. I was like, man, we're looking for a lot. So he's like, dude, I got 4 boxes. They're about 250 each. I was like, dude, that would be perfect. So bought 2 boxes from him, which was great. And he's like, yeah, let me know if you guys need anything else. I was like, oh, this is perfect. So, like I said, we're looking to replenish our care centers. As the weeks progress, we're giving out, more food, more families in need. So we're, running low at our care center in our inventory. So I called some of these bigger retailers out there, the Costco's of the world and whatnot. And I got a quick no, and it's understandable right now. They need to provide food for their customers. If you go to most stores right now, they're rationing the amount of groceries you can buy, whether it's 2 items, 4 items at a time of a certain product. And it's crazy. It's part of the conditioning that we're going through right now with this, kind of rationing mentality. I get the panic shopping, but what if you had a big family and you get 10 cans of SpaghettiOs, or you get 5 packets of hot dogs? Now people are looking at you funny. You're being judged. People are, not being to purchase what they need because of this kind of social conditioning and this rationing that we're being put through. I mean, there's so many layers to this and what's going on right now, and the fear that's being, added to the, to the global consciousness right now. So it's like, he was like, no, man, hit me up with anything you guys need. I got more bags. I can order them for you. So after getting rejected from a couple of these stores, I was like, yo, let me hit this guy up real quick. So went to the store. I've seriously have not been home for a full day at all since this, what do they call it? This, stay at home concept. I just had too much stuff to do. It doesn't end. I'm not working on clients right now, but I have other things I need to get done. But I digress. So I went up, talked to him. Hey man, we're looking to place bulk orders. Is that something that you could potentially do? And he's like, yeah, I got you. So just had a meeting with him, and it went great. We're gonna, hopefully replenish not just my church's care center, but our 3 other locations, and hopefully build this relationship with them where we can order in bulk, just straight pallets of canned goods, dry foods, toiletries, and then just, give them out to the less fortunate. After we were done, I was speaking to the pastor that I working under currently right now. And not that we were joking. I mean, this isn't really a joking matter. He was like, man, we might be in line soon, just with the way things are going. And it's true, it is true. But at the end of the day, I know God's in control and He will provide. He will provide. So yeah, I'm gonna put my trust in the Lord and know that He'll bring whatever it is we need to us. Just like this was a godsend to us, without this chance meeting over these plastic bags, we may not have made this connection with this grocery store to provide not just for our church, but for 3 other locations to hopefully feed hundreds of families. So God is good, and that right there is a great example of having faith. We talked about how this is a great opportunity for the church to spread the gospel, show that Christians are here to help, not just believers but unbelievers, and help those in need. And I was like, that's awesome, that's great. And myself, just the way I think and the way I process, it's like I always look at the other side of the coin, and I'm like, yes, as much as it's going to be a great opportunity for us to continue to spread the gospel, it's also going to be a time of a falling away. People that have lived very comfortable lives are soon going to be living very uncomfortable lives. People that were living affluent. My church is in a very, very affluent suburb. Those people that have never been at a loss for anything might find themselves at a loss. So it might be a time where this is going to check a lot of people's faith, and they're going to potentially, if they don't have a spirit like Job, which I don't think any of us do. I don't, it's hard. Like, you want to pray and hope that you do, but Job was set apart. He was a man set apart. But that's kind of our mentality. What we have to have is have faith like Job, no matter what comes before us, no matter what we have to endure, no matter what kind of pain, what kind of tribulation, whatever, we have to face it gracefully and with the faith of Job. And right now, for a lot of people that were living very kind of lukewarm, or just a very Christian in name only, their faith is going to be tested, and it might not pass the test that's coming. So this can be also part of a great falling away as well. And we need to keep that, also in perspective. As much as we want to go out there and rah-rah, we also need to realize that there's going to be some people that are going to fall away. There are going to be some people that are going to hit harder by this. I was like, I told the pastor, I was like, I mean, who's in a better position now? The people that have already been going through poverty, that have already been going through a lack, surviving off limited amounts of food. Like, are they better prepared for this than the people that have been eating 3 solid meals a day, fully stocked pantries? Who's in a rougher position right now? And it's not about anybody being better or worse. It's just like some people are going to get hit really hard. So we're going to have to look out for that. We're going to have to keep the faith and help those people right now that are, ideally set up in the best position, or might be set up in the worst position. So yeah, keep that in mind. Continue to stay vigilant. Continue to watch with the eyes and listen with the ears that God gave you. 3.3 million people right now going to unemployment, yet the stock market continues to go up. It's a freaking joke. It is truly a joke. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's all fake. That's one thing I've realized. It's the stock market is so fake. And we're seeing how everything is being bought up by the Federal Reserve. That's what's pumping the market. So it's like, how anybody in the right mind would want to invest money in the stock market when it's being propped up by the Federal Reserve, by the ability of them to print out millions and millions of dollars to then go and buy these equities. Like, why would you put your own money in there right now and trying to go buy the dip? I was talking to, I was like, why are they giving out $1,200 checks? Why don't they just say, you know what, we're moving away from a payroll tax, or we're moving away from a property tax? I mean, with QE Infinity, that basically means that the Federal Reserve can print out dollars till infinity. So whatever the government was receiving from our taxes, the Federal Reserve could just print it to subsidize for that, for the loss of our taxes. You want to help out the American citizen? How about that? How about allowing us to keep our payroll, keep 100% of what we make, and just have the Federal Reserve give you a check for whatever it is that you need to get covered? I mean, that's what they're doing now, basically. That's how they're keeping the stock market afloat. That's how they're going to bail out these corporations that should have had a safety net. Capitalism is, survival of the fittest in a sense. Right now, times are rough. Your business folds. You know how many small business close every day, every year because they didn't have enough capital? They didn't have, a backup plan. They're not getting bailed out by the government. So why are these major conglomerate, multi-billion-dollar corporations getting bailed out instead of Joe citizen, Jane citizen that have a small business? Why do they have to go and apply for loans for their business when these giant corporations are getting bailouts again? They're using those bailouts to go and buy their stock, and it's just like, how is that even fair? But yet, normal average Joe citizen has just been so conditioned, so mentally beaten down, so just lost in what's really going on in the world because they have been inundated with their social media, their television, their computers, that they don't see what's going on truly behind the scenes. It's like there should be an uproar right now. There should be a cry towards this. Forget the virus. How about, no, we're putting a stop to the Federal Reserve printing money. Because what's next is, I'm not an economist, but when you print out absorbent amounts of money with no actual backing behind it, doesn't that inflate the currency or deflate the value of it? Like in Zimbabwe, where it's like, what is a dollar eventually going to be worth when people lose confidence in it because there's so many millions and trillions of dollars floating around there that are worth nothing? Like, wouldn't that eventually lead to an even bigger problem? So, like I said, people just need to see past the fear, past this virus, and see truly what's going on to their country economically, and what may be coming that's going to be worse than this virus if we have a Great Depression. I believe this stimulus package is not really going to do that great of a long-term success. It's like a Band-Aid and a gaping wound, I believe. I don't see this really preventing, further of the economic bubble bursting, not just here in the States, but globally. The fiat currency, the economy we're in, it's all a Ponzi scheme. And there needs to be just a time where it's like, we're done with it. We're going back to something that's more tangible, that's more sustainable, that actually has value and worth. Will we see that? Probably not, because so many people are just blind to it, cognitive dissonance, are willing to just comply. What's next? Mandatory vaccines? That's where I draw the line. I am not getting any vaccine that the government orders. That's where I set the line in the sand for myself personally. And actually, it's reminded me of listening to Owen Benjamin's podcast yesterday. And same with him. He's like, that's where the line in the sand is for me, is no mandatory vaccine. And that's where it's like, do you have your line in the sand? How far are you willing to go and be told how to live your life? So for me, that means no vaccine. That means no sign of the beast. That's it. I will comply to the best of my ability. Right now I'm complying because I don't have access to my studio. I've been locked out of it in the sense that the building that my studio is in, I don't have access currently. If I did, I would still be taking clients. I'm comfortable. I'll put a mask on. My clients, I'm going to comply. I need to continue running my business. So that's where it's like they've beaten us into complacency. What happened to that spirit? That American spirit where, you'd throw tea in the Boston Harbor. You would protest for a 3% tax. Now we're just constantly getting gouged, and people just bend over and say, "Please, sir, may I have another?" So it's like, wake up, get your heads out of the sand, and truly see what's going on here. So anyways, Just a quick little video today. I continue to keep my eye on the prize. Continue to watch my channels that I trust. Continue to kind of think and see what's really happening, man. If I got paid to think, I'd be one of those millionaires. But alas, I'm here with you guys. So, anyways, have a blessed day. We'll talk soon.